Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teachers Noobs. And chances are I'm going to move this around and have this be the New Year's Day episode. So, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year from the past to the future. Time is weird.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. But yep, we are going back to Geiger. We went over Geiger once. We went over Junkyard Joe and the Blizzard before. But now, officially, under their new label of Ghost Machine, we are getting the start, and we're going to be a start of a whole new line of books. And starting with Geiger Ground Zero, which is a prequel. We get a little bit what happened beforehand with Tariq and what happened right after the bomb went off. So, yeah. Care to give anyone a brief summary of what you can remember about Geiger?
Well, I remember that Geiger was a guy who ended up getting irradiated and wound up having like these rods that helped him like suppress and control it. I remember there was this one crazy guy who decided to remake medieval Europe of themed kingdom within like post-apocalyptic Las Vegas.
Yep.
I remember that there were some kids who had a really sad time.
Yeah, and he thought for years he was protecting his family, and then next that prince blows open wide open the place, and it was revealed they were dead all along. He was protecting a tomb.
Oh yeah.
Which that had to be the most heartbreaking twist, wasn't it? He kept on thinking like, "You all right in there, honey? How are the kids?" And all that. Then they find out they've been dead since day one.
Oh, that's awful.
Well, let's dive in as we see just how things started for him. Tariq Geiger vowed to kill everyone who threatened his family. He just didn't realize how many people that would be. From monster to man and back again. 6 months after the bombs. This must be my punishment for my role in the war. I escaped to this country to start a family, but now America is dead, and my wife could be too. Lena is everything to me. She is why I agreed to join Salt's mob. Lena is out there somewhere, while survivors grow desperate and dangerous, and there is a monster roaming the desert. I have been in Las Vegas for an energy conference. Lena was on a plane to meet me. After the conference, we had planned to drive across the country to celebrate our defection and choose a place to raise a family. But when the first missile struck, Lena's plane was diverted to Denver. She found refuge in a hospital outside the city. As a pediatric surgeon, she helped all she could. Our communication has been sparse, but I knew Lena was safe. Until yesterday, when the hospital became overrun by what was left of the United States Army. She and a group of others were forced to flee Denver. I want to turn your back on me out here, Rusky. I know you were one of the first, and you were the ones who fired the first shots. I have never had an affiliation with the Russian government. Molotov, get up here! That's not what they say, Doc. They say you designed the bombs that turned our country into a graveyard. Roy, let Molotov through, goddammit! Wouldn't turn your back. Salt is my only hope to locate Lena, but he refuses until the monster is killed. This monster took his brother and too many more of his followers to count. This is what's left of last night's hunting party. Take a look and help me find this damn thing. How do we kill it? A monster who burns flesh with a touch? Where the hell did that glowing man come from, Molotov? I do not know. Whatever it is, it somehow absorbs radiation and then expels it. And you know that how? The radiation level in its paths are depleted relative to those outside of it. So we can track it. Yes, I have heard others tell stories of Salt and his time before the war. He managed a Walmart. Roy worked for Salt, sporting goods, guns, in the store. Damn Ruskies. That's how they survived. That and proactively hunting down anyone or anything that they believe threatened them. Lena and her friends are waiting at the border for us to escort them the rest of the way here. I need to get to them before their camp is discovered by desperate scavengers. I need to kill the glowing man tonight if I am going to save my wife. It's too dangerous. It's too dangerous. Marcus, I said no fireworks. Marcus, they're only sparklers. They still burn at 2,000 degrees. And what's your temperature standing out here in the sun? We should have canceled this. I'm not missing a year. The kids love it, Trace. The doctors warned you about this. You need to go inside and take a break. It's too hot for you out here. Come on, Tariq. Come on. Tariq likes the desert heat. It's in his blood, right? Kyle didn't mean anything by it. I'm part Indian myself. I'll take a burger. Well done. You should you should too. Get some muscle back on those bones. They're our neighbors. Just smile. Only because you asked. Look at the artwork there. That is a perfect forced smile, isn't it?
It is. It feels so very familiar.
He just lost. And yes, these are the ones who shot their dog. Remember?
Ooh.
Yep, that bastard who was already racist. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
He just lost so much weight and his job too. Did you hear? I don't know how Tracy can manage the poor thing. Well, hey, what the hell is that? It's a fallout shelter. Fallout shelter? Tariq worked on it all last summer. Guy can build anything. You should see what he did to Matt's garage. Shelter's a waste of time and money. Not with Russia in the Baltics. I mean, how long could someone survive in there? As long as we need to. Water well, hydroponics, power generating, exercise bike. My dad drilled it into me. He was a survivor. In the oil country? Yeah. Detroit. That's great. In the old country? Yeah, Detroit. Hey, we're Michiganders, but so that's even much funnier. Geoff Johns is from Michigan too, but I love that joke. In the old country? Yeah, Detroit.
Okay,
that's throwing it back in his face. That is a perfect throw in his face, isn't it?
I'm gonna need a bit of time to recover from that one.
That was a perfect throw in the racist face, right? The guy set himself up for it, didn't he? Okay, let it out.
Okay, continue.
Now you got me giggling. Again, that was my favorite joke in all of this. Because seriously, that is the perfect retort to a racist, isn't it?
Yes, it's perfect, and it hits home because I'm very familiar with Detroit.
Yep, and he said, yeah, he was a survivor in Detroit. Yeah. But anyway, boom. Air show must be a big show. Everyone wonders where the monster came from. God? The devil? Everyone is sent to kill everyone around me for what I've done. The levels are dropping to the south, towards Boulder City. Places infested with nightcrawlers Salt, and night's coming. Good. We can see the glowing man better at night. How can you trust what this rescue says is true, Salt? He hasn't been straight with us since he came to our group. He wants us to help him find his wife. Yeah, and I'm not doing that. He helps us kill the monster. You are, Roy. I'm in charge. Roy doesn't trust me. He's right not to. Oh, Junkyard Joe, the cartoon. You boys need to be more like Joe. He's a perfect soldier, but Joe's a robot. Of course he's a robot. That's the point. Like, we interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. There's been yet another violent outbreak today, this one in Boston. The protest at Harborfest has turned into an all-out riot. Since their inception in 2018, the Sons of Liberty have evolved from an obscure far-right political movement to an outright and paramilitary group. And people think Geoff Johns isn't political. And Daddy, does your leg hurt again? Only a little, Violet. It always makes me feel better when I'm sick. We'll save it for a rainy day. Oh,
Campbell's chicken soup.
And of course, that's all she's thinking of is it makes me feel better when I'm sick.
Mm-hmm.
A Waz's does not build its nest in a tree like a bird, nor does it does the ground like a rabbit. And instead of the Waz's scoops out the inside of an old dead tree. So the Waz's carried Johnny Mouse to the old hollow tree. Johnny Mouse thought to himself, "Oh dear me, the Wazas will surely eat me. This book is so lame. It's so lame. It's for little kids. Why can't I play video games while you read that baby stuff to Violet? A good game is fun. A good book makes you think about what its ideas mean. That's not an answer, Daddy. Daddy, what if the Wazas comes for us? I'll protect you. Who's going to protect you? Me. Dad needs some rest. Bedtime, you two. We're almost done with this chapter. You have treatment early. It's okay, Daddy. Yeah, you need to get better, Dad. Oh,
this is such a warm family interaction. I want to cry.
Unfortunately, this is that same night. We can pull the kids out of school. They're still young enough. We're not moving to Europe, especially right now. MPEC has been legal there since 2009, while the FDA still claims the U.S. a limited market. There's not enough people dying of bone cancer to make any money. The new treatment's working. I can feel it. Really? Really? What's going on? Tariq, a nuclear detonation in Washington, D.C. just minutes ago. I'm sorry, we're being evacuated. Stand by your local stations. We'll have more. Get the kids. And that's what immediately led to the start. And we all know what happened then. Get the kids. Kids. The monster's been wandering in circles for days until he encountered Salt's brother in what was left of the park. Something happened there. There's no more time, Marcus. Pick one of your toys to bring and come on. Marcus! Oh, he was getting a Junkyard Joe toys. All right, he stared at the statue as if he remembers something. Tracy. Sorry, neighbor, but we're taking that. Sorry, neighbor, but we're taking that shelter. Tracy, shut the door. I can't. Lock it and do not open for anything. Do you understand? Do it now. Oh, Dad, wait. Don't leave us, Dad. You get on your feet and you tell him to open that door. Not happening. You do it or you die. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Perfect. Oh, look, the book, it somehow survived. But, whoosh. Tracy, kids. Ah! Away! The levels for my brother! We came here to kill him. It's not going as we planned. Whoosh! You did this. You knew this would happen. Roy, no, the glowing man. Whoosh! I can't die. I need to find my wife. I need to make something right in this horrible world I helped create. I ready myself to face God's judgment. But the radioactivity, it's gone. And so is the monster. Reminding us, remember how he could somehow force it down to control it at brief times. So, yeah, but look at us. Look at all these great creators who have now formed Ghost Machine.
It's amazing to see something like this coming to be in real time.
Geoff Johns, Jason Fabog, Gary Frank, Brian Hedge, Lamont McGee, Francis Manipul, Brad Meltzer, Peter J. Tomansi, Marcel Zoot, Andy Bennett, and Ivan Rice. So many have joined up to work on all this. And we're going to have the one shot for Ghost Machine, but then Geiger's going to get his own ongoing. Okay, that's this issue. So hold on, give me a moment. Let me go back to the library. There we go. Here goes into issue 2. My name is Dr. Andrei Molotov. I was born in Pripyat, Russia, 4 years before I was evacuated. Before radiation poisoned everything I knew. My father worked hard. He was an operator at Chernobyl.
Ooh.
Chung. He was there the night the reactor core failed. My mother left with me and left me with a neighbor to bring my father home. He refused to leave the plant until everyone was accounted for. Like so many others, my father was never the same after that. When I was 8, he became violent. The happy man I knew began struggling with anger, misusing words, and slurring his speech until he could not speak at all. His brain succumbed to glioblastoma when I was 10. When I was 13, leukemia took my mother. I betrayed my country because I wanted a family again. Stop! He wants a family again, too. You need to stop. The levels in this air are incredibly dangerous. If you melt through the door, you will kill anyone inside. I know who is in there, and you know who is in there, don't you? Tariq, let's have a toast to pizza night. Cheers! Whoosh! The air like a vacuum, and the counter. For a moment, it dropped to 0, but the levels are building again. What he absorbed, he's going to expel. Bang! Clang! Bang! Where is it? The pot. It's the poles or the Yeah. I hear footsteps. The glowing man. He's coming for me. Yeah. What? It should work. The rod. I'm only trying to help you. Why? Yeah. Because this is my fault. Ah! Do not try to move. Get this out of me. It is dissipating the radiation within you. Somehow your cells collect it. If I remove the rod, it will only be minutes until you transform again. However, that single rod alone will not do it. Get that gun out of my face and unchain me. Listen, when you made contact with that fallout shelter, your body was able to suppress the radioactive decay occurring within your cells instead of unleashing it, at least momentarily. You were able to contain it because of that connection. Because of that connection, you may be able to gain control over it psychologically. Who was in that shelter? My wife and kids. What happened? There was a war, and the fallout from the bombs was horrific, unexpectedly widespread. Are you certain your family survived? I saw them enter the shelter. Did they have suits? No, they cannot be exposed to this environment. Even if it does not kill them immediately, they will eventually get very sick. What can It is not safe to open that door. It will not be for years. No, that isn't true. Please listen to me. If I will shoot you if I must, I will shoot. Tracy, Marcus, Violet. I knew it. You can die. I believe the men hunting him dead, but Roy had survived the encounter. Bang! Briefly. I would have liked to think that that was the first time I killed a man. I mean you no harm, and I have a proposal, but it's not. He told me his name and his story. Tariq Geiger, bone cancer, experimental treatment, his neighbors separating him from his family, lost in the detonation, waking up in pain, drowning in nuclear light, until he found his way back home. I guess the blast sent him flying is what I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I can't leave. Even if you continue to survive this metamorphism, you are a danger to them. If you lose control again, you will destroy the shelter. The rod. We can't leave it in you like that, and you need more. I will help create a solution for you if you help me find my wife. Her name is Lena. She is a pediatrician, a doctor. Where is she? She is waiting at the Colorado border for me, along with a small group of survivors. The people you are hunting me with. Are there more? The others are simply frightened, trying to survive, locked up in a Walmart. They are not hunters like Salt and his men were. They will not come looking for you, but they won't help me find Lena either. So can we agree to assist one another? Yes. First things first, let's get you some pants. Now that the rod is removed, we only have a minute to replace it. Maybe second. Feels like my insides are on fire. The cancer therapy was already changing your body, but the fallout, you are carrying the weight of it with you. And if your emotions are full of violence, your power will be too. It will destroy everything around you. But I have a solution to keep the energy within you dampened. These rods will stabilize your internal temperature. What are they? Boron. The vest will contain the radioactivity, provided the rods are still locked in. Do not remove them. You build up too much power without the rod secure, and everything you have inside you will scorch the world around you. Not that there's very much left of it. You keep staring at yourself. Before I woke up, I was 40 pounds lighter. Cancer wasted me away to nothing. Yet it seems your cells have repaired themselves. The cancer is gone. I was replaced with something else. This vest is uncomfortable. Leave the rods alone. I would prefer you not blow me up. You said it was your fault. What? When you stabbed me with that rod, I asked why. You said because it was your fault. Were you talking about Russia and the war? Not exactly. I came here from Schnetzik, a closed city in Binsk. It's Obelisk, where I worked for Scientific Research Institute 1011. There I led a team focused on the amplification of the impact of nuclear devices. The fallout from these bombs spreads through the air, even now, because I designed it to. The particles, neutrons activate bystanding atoms like an infection. And we are about to enter ground zero. So you see, I created this hell. I created you. Well, you didn't push the buttons. Now step on it. The sooner we get your wife, the sooner I get back to my... Tariq, you're trespassing. I'm only looking for my wife. Save it, old man. Everyone out here has a sob story. They tell, then they try and take what's mine. So I take what's theirs. The rod. Where's the other rod? Ah! My mask! Give it back! Give it back! I'm back as soon as you give us the keys to your truck. Chink! The man has clearly encountered many others before. A badge from a police officer, watches, name tags! Molotov, the rod. Where did you get that ID card? What one? The woman right there. I don't know which one you're talking about. What did you do to her? Tell me! I warned them to go. I gave them a chance, but they wouldn't leave. I can't hold it back. Bang! Molotov. Puts the rod back in. Oh! Welcome to colorful Colorado. There was nothing left at Lena's campsite, except bodies to bury. For the next several months, I stayed with Tariq. We recover what we can from the grounds around his home, and he rebuilds it as we explore his ways to free his family. But often he cuts the conversation short, wondering what kind of world he would be freeing them to. The more Tariq struggles emotionally, the less control he maintains. There are flare-ups. We scavenge old lead aprons, wires, and create a cloak to help. So that explains the cloak! Mm-hmm. There are certain subjects Tariq talks about, such as his wife and children, but other things he hides, like his life before Tracy. And still we share interests. We become friends. Until he catches a desperate scavenger attempting to open the shelter. He kills them without mercy and vows to do the same to anyone who trespasses. I'm telling him he will become no better than the trucker who killed Lena. He called me a hypocrite, given all I have done. We argue. I leave and never look back. 20 years later, every day, I wonder what happened to the glowing man. Is Tariq still alone? So he did... Oh! He's not dead! That's his wife! Oh! That is smart!
That is very smart.
We kept thinking he was dead this whole time!
Mm-hmm.
Can I remember that? It was his wife!
It was!
Is Tariq... And he's still alive out there!
Mm-hmm.
Is he still alive at all? Did he ever get his family out? There are times I miss my old friend, and there are times I pray I never see him again. The life I have made today would be destroyed if Tariq told the townspeople my secret. I may have not started the unknown war. That mystery remains, but I helped destroy the world with my work. I hope Tariq has learned what I tried to tell him. The world may have devolved into a violent, toxic place, but you do not have to. Epilogue, Junkyard Joe. Memory source. The time in Vietnam. Memory source, him when he escaped. Memory thought Junkyard Joe can help. He's dangerous. What fun would it be if he wasn't? Look! We're going to have to remove the rod on 3. 1, 2, 3. So wait.
Huh?
Okay, this is weird. Oh, wait, memory source error. Oh, he's remembering history changing.
Ooh.
That's why history changed around him. Because we saw that at the end of Junkyard Joe. They were talking about changing history already.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is it? What is it? Whatever it was that belonged to the glowing man. Hey, look, the robot awakes. The unknown war. I know who started it. I know, memory source error, repairing. Something's wrong with him. We need to contact President Griffin. Ah! Locate Geiger, Tariq. Uh-oh! To be continued this April in the all-new monthly Geiger series. So how was that?
That was fascinating.
Tragic, though, too, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, nice, simple origin. They didn't have to extrapolate. They didn't come up with some BS, unneeded big story or whatever. They just told what needed to be told. And I love that. Because don't you hate sometimes when you have something that's supposed to be the origin story and it's just muckety-muck by stuff just to pad the runtime?
Mm-hmm.
But this here was just so, it was so good.
Yeah.
What did you like best about it?
I mean, aside from the one joke.
Yeah, Detroit. Aside from that, like, I gotta say, Tariq, we already knew enough. Molotov fascinated me.
Yeah.
Finding out that his wife was dead. I gotta say, my favorite bit was the reveal of the twist, the red herring.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, when we saw in Geiger, the main series, it kept saying, like, who worked on it? He's gone. We thought he was dead. But it turns out gone as in he left.
Mm-hmm.
That was, wow. What a twist.
Yeah.
And it's not even so much a retcon so much as a expansion on details that weren't given.
Mm-hmm.
I always prefer that. When something you thought was true and you found out, oh, you didn't have the full details.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's mine though. What's yours? My favorite.
Honestly, I love how they went into showing the kind of poignant scenes just before everything wound up going to shit to kind of just give you more of a sense of where he emotionally was at and what he lost.
Exactly.
Just how these memories only must seem that much more precious in the current moment.
Especially when he was reading that story to the kids, right?
Yeah. And the chicken soup.
Yeah, the chicken soup. That was just so. Because again, his daughter doesn't know better. Look at her. Look, and she still needs a high chair and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But she's still good. But she's still old enough to talk. So, what age would you put that her at?
Maybe she's about 3 or so.
3. Yeah, 3 is about the right time where you would still need a high chair, but you could still talk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she probably would have been out of the high chair in a few months, I bet.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, obviously, this feels like it took what we have from Geiger, but then added more of the emotional stuff from Junkyard Joe.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
As I said before, it's just fascinating to watch this unfold in real time.
Exactly. So, yeah, cannot wait for whatever's coming down the pipe.
Mm-hmm. Guess we gotta mark our calendars for April.
Well, actually, we still got January still for the Ghost Machine one-shot. Then we mark our calendars for April.
Oh.
Yeah, see, in January is when we're going to have this one. It's going to basically be their little ash can copy, where it shows off, because not only do they have that, but they also have Redcoat, Rook, Exodus. We're also going to have like the First Ghost, the Rockefellers, the Hyde Street, and the Soulless, because they're going to have like up to 3 different universes.
Hmm.
That's one, again, this is going to be amazing. And they got such high-rate talent who are working exclusively here. They may be finishing up their commitments at DC and Marvel and all that, but once they're done with them, they are here full-time.
Yeah, it's just good to see something constructive in this field for once, because there's so much doom and gloom about the state of comics that even I don't keep up with it as regularly as you, and I still get a sense of what's going on. So seeing something like this actually grow and change in real time, something positive as opposed to something negative, something constructive as opposed to something destructive, it's just so nice to see.
And it's high talent putting in their all. They're not people who are in it to make money and are just throwing out stuff that have mixed quality.
You can tell that they're passionate about these stories they want to tell, and it's a lot of really unique ideas. Like,
yeah, like I gotta say that that jab about the far right extremists and everything again makes it clear. Hey, he'll put in political jabs if it suits the story. Which I prefer. I prefer when people do it to suit the story and not, oh, I believe this political view and I'm going to shove it in everything I do. I hate when creators do that.
It's the difference between writing a piece of literature versus writing a tract. We came here for art, not a tract. That's the difference.
Exactly, which is what I've always loved about Geoff Johns. Yes, he will have there be political stuff. For one, a lot of times he will write them as XPs or, like parallels. You know what I mean? Like a good comic creator would. But other times, if he makes it blatant obvious, it's for little jab jokes, nothing more. Like in Doomsday Clock, if you remember, one of the first opening issues had to be, the president was out golfing. Who was president when that book came out? So, but at the same time, though, that could apply to other presidents. But given when it came out, it's so obvious who he was talking about. Things like that. Little jabs, I don't mind. But yeah, though, so that was Geiger Ground Zero. Nice short one, but hey, talk about a great way to end the new year, end the old year and entering into the new year. And because seriously, for me, this is going to be the year for Ghost Machine, if you ask me. This is a company I am going to put at the top, even above DC. All because it's Geoff Johns and the others, but also because of how good Geiger and Ghost and Junkyard Joe and another book I gotta show you we haven't gone over that was part of their Ghost stuff. Blood Tree. We gotta go over that at some point.
Interesting.
Yeah, we got so much, but yeah, until then though, we see you guys on the next one and as we go into 2024. Take care.